It's hard to believe that not even 4 years ago, we all anxiously walked into the big gym for the first time, wondering what possibilities high school held for us. We all played awkward icebreakers while worrying what the girl across from us thought of our hair, which is ironic seeing as none of us have brushed our hair since that day. Of course, until now. I think it's safe to say that we are all overwhelmingly aware it was not normal. We didn't have a football team, a homecoming, or even boys. We had a school that believes Green Ribbon Awards should be celebrated by playing the circle of life while one of our science teachers dances around dressed as Mother Nature, ball gown and all. We had a school who elected an official precious gem, official periodic element, an official bird, and even an official tree for our school's Big Little Day. We had a school where being unique was respected, not taunted. We had a place that fostered intellectual and moral growth more than the societal pressures normally put on young women. We had a school that taught us to focus on what's inside, not what's outside. We had a school that was so much better than normal. We did our best, even though the administration constantly kept us on our toes by introducing 4 new schedules, 3 new end times, 2 new presidents, and getting rid of 1 beloved froyo machine. We will leave Magnificat knowing that modesty is key, good taste is always required, that God blessed the world the day we were born, and that Nib Bingo will remain the hardest game in the world to win. At this time, I would like to say thank you to the mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, friends, family, and of course, our teachers, who guided us through our long 4 years. Know that your impact on our lives has been indescribable, and that we hope you continue to support us as we say goodbye to high school, classmates, and in a way, our childhood. We thank our parents for their endless love, support, and of course, for sending us to such a wonderful school. We thank our faculty and staff for their wisdom and acceptance of our quirks, personalities, and sometimes even late work. And now, I want us to thank each other for being a shoulder to cry on, the knowledgeable tutor in a desperate time of need, and for truly being the best group of people we could have asked for. Although we feel as we have approached a major turning point, we will still wake up in the same bed that we slept in for the last 4 years, having only aged 1 day. Simply put, this day changes very little. But before we know it, the people that we know as varsity athletes, theater kids, artists, and mathletes will suddenly become engineers, CEOs, doctors, and world leaders. Today is our official departure from the Magnificat bubble and the start of our journey into adulthood. We will see ourselves moving to new places, meeting new people, and beginning to consider what our next phase of life looks like. So, as we go our separate ways today, remember to always keep one another close and support each other. Because even though it isn't likely we will all be together again, we will always be bonded through these 4 years of laughter, learning, and leaning on one another. As our time together comes to a magnificent end, my advice to you as you go through life, every once in a while stop and think, would Sister Helen Jean be okay with me doing this? And if the answer is no, then stop. The last thing I want to say is something that Doc Wilson told us on the last day of junior year English. He said, know that wherever you go, whether it be to Harvard or not to college at all, know that the defining factor of your success is not dependent on where you go, but on how hard you work. And thank God you have the ability to work hard anywhere. So, go forth and work hard, always in the spirit of Mary's Magnificat, and with gratitude for these 4 wonderful years. Thank you.